Every city on Earth has a moment of truth that repeats itself thousands of times a day. It lasts less than 5 seconds, and almost no one knows it exists. In those 5 seconds, civilization chooses whether it will keep moving or pause, whether hospitals stay alive, whether money continues to exist, whether machines obey time. You will never see it, you will never feel it, but if it fails, you will know immediately. Because the world does not collapse loudly, it freezes. Modern life feels continuous. Lights stay on, screens glow, signals travel, time feels smooth. We believe systems are permanent, that technology is stable, that progress is irreversible. But nothing in civilization is permanent. It is only synchronized. Every part of society depends on timing. Not minutes, not seconds. Fractions of seconds, and the smaller the margin, the more fragile the world becomes. Think of civilization like a living organism. It does not breathe air, it breathes synchronization. Millions of machines must agree on time, on order, on sequence. If they disagree even slightly, the system stops trusting itself. And when trust disappears, everything built on it hesitates. Your payment, your navigation, your emergency call, your identity, all of it waits for confirmation that time itself is still aligned. There is a tiny window where everything resets its certainty, a silent check-in, a moment where machines ask, are we still together? Are we still in agreement? Are we still inside the same reality? If the answer is yes, civilization continues breathing. If the answer is unclear, everything slows. If the answer is no, everything stops. 5 seconds, sometimes less. That is how thin modern life is. We trust systems because they rarely fail. We trust repetition, we trust habit. But repetition does not create strength. It creates dependency. And dependency without awareness creates vulnerability. The more invisible a system becomes, the more dangerous its failure becomes. Civilization is not held together by strength. It is held together by agreement. Every machine agrees on what moment it is, what comes before, what comes after. This shared understanding is the skeleton of reality. Without it, records become unreliable. Actions lose order. Decisions lose confidence. Time stops being a reference point. It becomes noise. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The system that holds the world together is not powerful. It is precise, and precision is fragile. It depends on clean signals, instant response, perfect alignment, one delay, one disagreement, one hesitation. That is all it takes for certainty to vanish. Failure doesn't look dramatic at first. It looks like waiting, lag, delay, confusion. Machines stop trusting their own information. They start asking questions instead of making decisions. And when machines hesitate, humans lose control. 5 seconds is nothing to a human. It is everything to a system. It is the difference between order and chaos, flow and paralysis, confidence and collapse. Civilization survives not because it is strong, but because it is synchronized. And now comes the most dangerous part. Not how the system works, not how fragile it is, but how unaware we are of it. When synchronization weakens, systems don't collapse immediately. They hesitate. They stop acting and start verifying. They stop trusting and start questioning. One machine waits for confirmation, another waits for that machine, a third waits for both. And suddenly, progress turns into permission. Not because anything is broken, but because nothing is certain anymore. Civilization pauses not from damage, but from doubt. When agreement disappears, everything built on sequence becomes unstable. Transactions wait, navigation stutters, coordination weakens. Records lose confidence. It feels small at first, a delay here, a retry there. But society is a chain, and chains do not need massive damage to fail. They only need uncertainty to spread. One hesitation becomes 10, 10 become 1,000, 1,000 become silence. Not dramatic silence, administrative silence. the kind where no one knows who is allowed to move first. Humans are powerful in visible chaos. We know how to react to noise, destruction, and crisis, but we are weak in invisible hesitation. You cannot fight delay. You cannot argue with uncertainty. You cannot see misalignment. By the time humans realize something is wrong, the systems we rely on are already unsure of themselves. And when machines lose confidence, humans lose authority. The greatest danger is not that this system could fail. The greatest danger is that it usually doesn't, because reliability creates blindness. The smoother civilization runs, the less we respect the precision holding it together. We mistake stability for permanence. We mistake consistency for immortality. But no system survives neglect forever. There are no heroes in this system, no monuments, no recognition, only silent mechanisms, working endlessly to keep reality aligned. They don't seek attention, they don't demand respect, they only ask for accuracy, and accuracy is the hardest thing humans ever built. Civilization does not stand on strength, it stands on agreement. Agreement about time, about order, about sequence. When that agreement holds, the world feels solid. When it weakens, the world becomes uncertain. Not broken, uncertain. And uncertainty is more dangerous than destruction. Those 5 seconds are not dramatic. They are not loud. They are not visible. But they are the heartbeat of civilization. They are the moment the world asks itself, are we still together? Are we still aligned? Are we still real? And every time the answer is yes, the world takes another breath. Tomorrow you will wake up, send messages, make decisions, trust time, and you will never think about the 5 seconds. That decided you were allowed to. Because the most powerful systems are not the ones that change your life. They are the ones that quietly allow life to continue at all.